Yes, okay. Shall mute
Alright,
myself?
technically we are live, so I am going to... I wonder if I should make sure VRChat is configured for the right microphone for now, so that way people can actually... my character will speak when I talk. Wait, what? Oh, I'm muted in the game. Wait, I can't... oh, it's behind the mirror. Okay, there. Okay, there we go. Now my character talks when I talk.
I need to talk on the phone.
Alright. I'm going to announce in Discord, and then I have another laptop here for monitoring the chat. And I'm going to turn off this light because I'm a night owl. I need a little bit of dim light over here to code properly. You can never code in too much light. There's a rule against that. At least you can't code well. Alright, let's advertise this here. Twitch announce. All right. I have to put my link in there too, I suppose. Oh, no! That wasn't the thing I wanted to close! Wait, can I restore my previous window? I had a website open that I was playing music from, and then... okay, restore. There we go. Dreamy music. How about this one? Oh god, it's too loud. Okay, there we go. Alright. We are live. I'm in VRChat to start, just to say hi to whoever shows up. But then, we're gonna make this VRChat world better. It kind of looks funny because there's like 2 stream overlays, but that's kind of a fun thing because this is an Udon powered VRChat world. So I put my stream overlay as a 2D UI on top of the actual VRChat interface. So everyone who plays this VRChat world gets a copy of my little Emma-ness when they visit, and it has my time and my little random messages scrolling across. But I had to learn how to do that because on VR mode there's some special abilities in this world, and you only get them when you sit down and meditate here. One of them is that you get to see your position. I feel like the music is still too loud. How can it be too loud? This volume control is lying. It's turned down so far, but yet it's so loud. Don't understand how that works, but anyway. let me know if my voice is too quiet or too loud or whatever. But when you sit down on this chair, you'll notice in the top left corner of the VRChat window is these little numbers that tell you your coordinates in the world, and that's related to one of the puzzles. And then I built this kind of screen interface that shows you your position as well as your speed, and then it gives you like some properties which also include achievements. So now that I sat down for meditation, I have the mindful property, and then it recognizes my username when I join and gives me the unicorn property. And then loving is a default property that everyone gets when they join the world, because I think that is a default property of humans. So that's the one property everyone gets by default. It's up to us to try and hang on to that property, but I think all humans start with that. So there's some other fun things in the world, and one of them is that after you meditate and you're in VR, there's actually a control panel on your left hand, and it gives you the ability to alter gravity. And I'm not going to play in VR on this stream because my goal is to add those gravity controls to the like desktop version.
I'm still here. I just like had to.
That's Melka, by the way, if you're wondering. But Melka is also on the voice.
Hello, world. Emma is amazing. Follow, subscribe. She's doing stuff at night, but it's okay because she's night unicorn. So in her case, this is the way unicorns is.
Night unicorn.
Yes. And she's a great friend too.
Okay,
I'm meeting myself. I'm
no
great. I'm right
you
now.
Are a great
so
friend.
Hear me?
All right.
We are on stream, aren't we?
Yes, we are live now.
Oh, okay. I maybe need to mute myself because it sounds weird that I'm here in a loud place. Because
it's up
really
to you.
Loud,
you can
maybe.
mute sometimes if you want. But I'll just explain what I'm working on now. So here's like a teleport pad.
Yes.
I'm showing in VRChat at the moment. There's a teleport pad that when you walk onto it, it transports you to the mood. The moon. The mood, yes. Tonight we're transporting to the mood. But it only goes one way. I have to do that too. But then if you have gravity controls like you would in VR right now on your left hand, you'd be able to just jump across to the moon. But you can't because we're not in VR and the control is on your hand for VR users. But we want to give desktop controls. And so what we're going to do is look at Unity and also the code for Udon to show how that we're going to build a interface to allow desktop users to control the gravity.
Mazal tov.
Now,
sorry.
It's okay. I don't promise that this is going to be the most beautiful code because I'm just learning Udon and I'm also kind of new to C#. But it will do what it does, and it's going to improve over time if you hang around here with me. And this is a character, a deity from Buddhism. Oh, you saw the shooting star maybe, but if you look at the sky long enough, there's occasionally shooting stars, and that's a particle system I put in the sky. And I'm going to show you all of that in Unity next. But for now, I'm just giving you the intro in VRChat. And then the water, which needs work, but it's something, is also a particle system. And that is the moon, where we just were. Like, actually the same physical object. But if you can't see the platform behind it because the moon is in the way. But that's basically what we're going to be doing. So let's go ahead and switch over to Unity and take a look at what we have. So here is the world. Now it looks kind of super weird because the two-dimensional graphical interface that's overlaid on the screen is actually, like, I can't control what it looks like when we're viewing it in 3D. And because we have both 2D and 3D things going on, like, this is just, it's just what we get. So that is, yeah, that's our 2D interface, and that's where we need to add some things. Now, the position doesn't show up, and you'll notice some of the stuff here, like this is a placeholder instead of showing one of the randomized messages, and so also the time. And the reason for that is because we actually have code, which is over here in another window, and that code is what's actually powering all of this. So here is the world script where the majority of the code is. And actually I even put the game changelog in the code. I might put it back because I can't tell like what parts cut off the bottom of the sign. But yeah, like I'll show you where the changelog goes if we switch back to VRChat quick. Where'd I put the sign? So here's the kind of information sign of the world, and you can see the changelog down here. So currently, if I add too much to the changelog, it starts falling off the bottom and I can't see it, and like half the message could be there and whatnot, which is kind of weird. And so I might take this back out of here. I put it in here temporarily, not temporarily, but I tried to put it in here because I hate having to go into Unity and use their interface to like manage the text. Like let me show you if I go over to the mirror system here. There's like the, I don't know why, but sometimes you have to save the game to get the sign to show up, and then sometimes it shows both sides when you're in Unity. But yes, this is where it loads the changelog, and I'll show you how that happens. So we have this object in Unity called the world script, and if you go look at the world script, you'll see it has this, it's basically just an object that, I don't know why it shows like, oh I do, because it has a lot of sub-objects. Alright. I'll go back here. So that object is sort of not a real object, but it contains our script that is like the central script that powers most of the world. And it's a script here for Udon Sharp, or Udon C#, but they call it Udon Sharp. It's just a minimized version of C# for doing development in a VRChat world. Well, you can do development in it now. You couldn't always. It's a recent feature and it's amazing. So there's where it links to our world script here, which is our C# file. So if we go over to VS Code again, then here is that world script file. And because that's in the world, it will kind of kick off when the world loads. And let me just minimize a lot of things to start with here. Except start. We won't minimize start. There's a lot of code here. I want to break it up into other modules, but I wasn't sure what the limitations are in UdonSharp as far as like adding new modules and can I put them in different files or whatnot, and I still don't actually know what those limitations are, but we'll figure that out later. So when I start the VRChat world, like this is the script that kicks off on that object that we were just looking at. So this is the start method on our UdonSharp behavior named world script. And so I have a bunch of things kicking off when the world loads, and I'll try to explain what they are here. And let me know again if anyone's watching and the audio is weird. Tell me and I'll try to make it better, because I haven't listened to the stream audio. I'm just chilling here with my headphones on. But yeah. So the first thing it does is update the changelog, because that should be super simple. It shouldn't involve any logic. It should be impossible for that to crash. And then the second thing is it loads the current local player into a variable called local player on this object. That way I can reference it in any of these other methods, and I always get the local player. And then we get some other stuff. We load the list of players as well. And then, oh, oh wait, I remember now. This doesn't return the list of players. It populates the array that you pass it with the list of players. And this is, yeah, this checks if you're in VR, and if you're in VR, it turns off the desktop overlay because there's no reason to render that when you're in VR. But let's move on to what I actually want to do. That's just like a quick overview of the world and how the three different parts come together. Unity, VS Code, and VRChat here to make all of this happen. So now, let's take a look at that 2D interface again. So we can see here, we have the ReadyPlayerEmma.com, that's static, the loading message, which is a placeholder, but then it gets replaced when the code runs, and the same thing with the date time. Now there's also an object that's turned off temporarily. I feel like this is like still too loud, at least it is for me. Maybe I just need to turn my headphones down a little bit. There we go. So, that's better, I think. That is our user interface, and there's a hidden object here under the desktop UI. So in Unity, if you're not familiar, this is like the list of all of the objects that exist in the world, including ones that are currently in a disabled state. So on our desktop, like 2D canvas, there's another overlay that's disabled here that is the player info. So after we got that mindfulness achievement in the world, it actually puts the location, like player position information up here, and the code will replace that with like the actual data and then keep refreshing it. So what I want to do now is show the amount of gravity in the world up here, and I'm going to try to do this in the simplest way possible. So in VR, there's a separate canvas, which is over here, and I don't know if we're going to be able to see it very well. It's kind of weird. It's sideways because when I put it that way, that is what made it appear in the best position on the player without me having to do an additional transform in the code. So this is where the VR user sees their position like actually on their arm, like in front of their kind of left wrist. It will show the position, and then below that the slider that lets you control the amount of gravity that is affecting your player. So in the world, like mindfulness becomes kind of like a superpower, and that power gives you the ability to control the gravity in this case. And part of the way you do that is you use the slider on your arm. But desktop users cannot like look at their arm and control it because they can't move their arms because they're not in VR. So we have to give them a way of doing that. So what I want to do is actually like duplicate this and put it on the two-dimensional screen where we have our desktop UI. So I'm just going to move it over and make it so that it's on this other canvas. And then I'm going to rename it to like desktop gravity slider or something. My naming conventions suck, but you know, I'm figuring that out as we go. So we have the location placeholder thing and our gravity slider that we made a copy of the gravity slider to the 2D canvas. However, it's not really on the 2D canvas yet, it's over here. And that's because the transform is like way different than the transform of our desktop UI. So what I'm going to do is just get the player info transform here and copy it. And then we're going to paste it onto our gravity slider. And hopefully, if we paste only the values, it's going to move our gravity slider over to where our location placeholder is, which is perfect, except we want it on the other side. And also, maybe we'll replace it with something that looks more fitting for the theme. So now we have to get it to align correctly though, and we can't just drag it over here because it's actually not going to work quite right if we do that. If we drag it over here, and actually I can show you what that would look like. We can run a test build quick. So we'll just go over to the SDK and click on build and test, and then wait a little while. And that's going to like spin up a new VRChat. And once VRChat is running, then we'll be able to... What was that noise? Oh. Is there like an alert or something? Like what's going on here? Why is this thing blinking at me and making weird pictures? Whatever. Sorry. Real life thing is being weird. Just a slight bit of excitement while the world builds. Alright, so now we have a VRChat window. So let's switch over to that as we get logged in here. And now the world is loaded, and since we're in desktop, it's going to enable the 2D UI. Now it kind of looks like the gravity slider is sort of okay over there, but the problem actually comes in if we start like resizing the VRChat window. So if I kind of come over here and like change this, you can see how when I move it over, like it kind of loses its, like it cuts off on the right side because it just doesn't have any way of, it doesn't help that it's like stretching it weird on the stream, but you kind of get the idea though. Like it doesn't follow the top right corner correctly. And the time on the bottom right does follow correctly. And that's because Unity, feel free to ask questions if anyone shows up and has them. But it's the middle of the night and way outside of my streaming hours normally. Let's see. Oh yeah, where were we? Grav slider. So you can see that they have these anchors here. And so the reason it doesn't align correctly with the screen all the time is because it's still anchored technically to the top left of the screen. So it's a little bit like, you know, doing layout on a website. It's anchored up here, but we need it anchored over there. So we're going to click on this, and we're going to click top right, and it's going to move that thing over there. And now, like all of the stuff we do here is going to be relative to this position. But there's also this other kind of anchor, sort of a different, that's called the pivot point. So this is actually on the object. So if I make the gravity slider like shorter, then it actually is like relative to this point. But if I change the position here, like -500, then it's relative to this point. Because this is kind of how it's positioning itself, and this is like where the object itself, like the contents of the object, is relative to the center of the object, or the pivot of the object. So since this is on the right side, we're going to want the pivot point over here to make sure it never goes off the edge of the screen. And we already have the pivot point on the top up there for the y-axis, so we will leave it on the top. And then I've been using 25 pixels from the sides for most things. I think I did anyway. Yeah, 25. So it's not really, these are like virtual pixels, kind of like when you're doing web layout, that it changes as the screen scales. But we will go ahead and do -25 over here, and then that gives us our kind of base position for the slider. The slider also looks kind of derpy, and the color is kind of not matching, so maybe we'll try to make it match a little bit better. Highlighted color? Is this what makes the background? Disabled color, pressed color. Don't. Wait, is it the disabled color then? No. I've never actually tried to recolor one of these. Maybe you just can't change the background color. I don't think you can. Okay, so we'll just change this one to pink then, so it has something resembling the rest of the UI. And then we're going to change the dimensions of it a little bit so it kind of looks normal, because it's sort of derpy looking at the moment. It's like too tall for how wide it is. I think 25. Okay. There we go. So now we should have it, well, almost. Looks like it might need to be like even a little bit less. Maybe 3 or something? I don't know what the ratio is supposed to be, but that looks sort of about right. I don't know. No one's gonna look this closely at it. So let's run a test build, and oh god, I was on the VRChat window that whole time. That was very derpy. This is why I need people in chat to help me. So hopefully people will start watching my streams again at weird hours, because I have been offline on Twitch for like months just trying to cope with everything. But I'm running a test build for VRChat here, trying to see how our gravity slider looks in the top right corner of the screen. Basically, I'm making a user interface for the desktop users as a counterpart to the user interface for the VR users. So now you can see, yeah, so the gravity slider is like perfectly in the top right there. I think I can make it maybe slightly less tall still, and it would look better, maybe. And then if we resize the window, I know it's kind of hard for you guys to see that, but it does look correct when we do that. It stays anchored in the top right the way it is supposed to. So then we will go back to Unity. I will close VRChat here. And now we know that our positioning is correct, and we made it pink so it kind of matches, which I should honestly do to the other one too, but we'll worry about that later. So now we have to actually get it connected up so it's functional. And the thing with VRChat is you can't actually make a 2D interface on top of the screen in VRChat. Like, I'm not even sure if anyone else realizes that this actually works in VRChat, because I've never seen this type of 2D interface like overlaid on a VRChat world. But I'm gonna change this to like 22. But it works though. But the one thing that's not going to work is you're not going to be able to interact with the slider. Because in the game, like, your mouse movements are controlling what direction your character is pointed. And so the users aren't going to be able to actually change the slider in-game. So we're going to have to hook it up using code to keyboard shortcuts. So let's look at our existing slider here. Partly because I need to remember how it works. So if we go to our gravity slider, we see here that it is set up here on runtime that it's going to go and make changes to the world script. Oh, I see. So on update, it's just going to run this code. Whenever you change the slider, it's going to call graph slider update over in the code for the world script. And what that does, if we go over to Visual Studio Code, we can go down to graph slider update. And here's the code that is actually running whenever the graph slider changes. This is primarily for the VR users, because the desktop users won't be changing the slider, but will be updating its value based on their keyboard input. So you can see when you run it, all it's doing is checking to see if you have the mindfulness achievement, and this is another method I wrote to check the achievements. So does the local player have the mindfulness achievement? And if so, then for the local player, we're going to set the strength of their gravity to the value that is on the grav slider. So this is fine, except the user over there is not going to be able to change this. The grav slider is not going to ever be adjusted directly by the user. So what we're going to try to do is capture keystrokes, and on those keystrokes we are going to kind of be able to execute commands to update the gravity slider value. And I don't know if that will also trigger this to be executed, because it's not the user updating it, but it's just us updating it. But we'll find out anyway. And maybe we can't even update it. Maybe we have to put like a percentage display on there. But we're gonna find out. We'll experiment and see what happens. So, let me think. My brain just brained. Alright, so we need on key down, I think it is called. So let me just pull up the VRChat documentation for a second. Actually, it would be like Unity documentation, probably. Unity on key press. Okay, input.getKeyDown. So I will pop over to full screen mode and show you what I'm looking at. So over here, wait, I have a Discord message. Hold on. Let me check that quick. Oh. Alright. Anyway, back to our web browser quick. So here's where it on the input, or on the update method, which is basically something that runs every single time that the game renders a frame, it's checking to see if this key is pressed down, and then if it is, it's printing something. But for us, we aren't going to print something, but this is pretty much something that we can do. Let's see here. Well, we're gonna have to organize this, oh god, code better later. I should be pushing the button to switch to there. But we can go over to my update loop on this script, and then we will actually add that code. So here's the update loop. Most of the other stuff is in other methods, and that is fine. But what we are going to do is, and this is only going to be something that really affects desktop users, I'm actually going to put it in here. If local player is in VR, no, else do this stuff. But this stuff isn't going to be this anymore. This is when I was trying to like add an overlay. Oh my god, the persister? It has been ages. Okay, so let me show you what I have made. We'll go over to Unity here. So this is a VRChat world. However, VRChat has Udon now, and Udon is amazing. So I'm actually using code to make the world. But if we come down here, this is a new VRChat world I'm playing with. And it's kind of funny, but there's a 2D UI too, and it's very unusual. But let me show you like the last build here, and you'll see what I did. It's kind of a unique thing. Oh, I'm glad you like the music. The music is from Epidemic Sound. So I actually have a membership thing from them, so that way I can use their music in video stuff I produce for myself or others, and it's like totally licensed. So I won't get in any copyright trouble for doing that. But this is the VRChat world so far, and this is kind of mind-blowing, but this is all code that is powering this stuff now. And so there's like a mirror over here, and like it's really unusual, but like it looks like I have two stream overlays, but that second one is like overlaid in VRChat, and then I have this mirror, so it detects that and it'll show all the list of players, and then it gives you properties. Yes, we can use code in VRChat. Here, let me switch over and show you some of this code. So basically, this is code I was doing before when I was trying to handle the desktop UI by trying to like put things in the 3D world that would track the camera movements, but that's just not working well. So I changed my mind. I'm actually making this entirely in the 2D interface, but then there'll be keyboard controls that allow the users to like do this stuff. Here, let me undo that. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is just here. So in our update loop, this anime moment where they release the seal on my palette. Oh my god, right? I know! Seriously, it's the same for me. Like the trigger system of VRChat was like a nightmare. Now, you can't totally use all C# code because obviously that's a horrible security risk. But what they did was they made this system. Let me go back to Unity and show you, because a little bit of the world is still powered by the actual VRChat Udon system. Come on. It has to like compile the script because I saved it, but I think, is this one still using a graph? Yes, it is. So this is like the Udon graph-based programming thing. So here, if you interact with the chair, then it will get the local player and cause them to use the attached station. And this is awesome. Like, it's great. It's 1,000 times better than the trigger system because of how flexible it is. But compared to this, it's nothing. So because it's a virtual machine, anyone can create a compiler that compiles code to the Udon VM. And so someone wrote something called Udon Sharp, and Udon Sharp is a compiler to compile C# code to the Udon VM. But they actually like linked in like to all of the functionality that is in the Udon VM that comes from C#. So it's done this magic that allows you to call all of the like Unity APIs that are exposed in Udon, but using the regular C# code to do it. So it's just mind-blowing, like how freaking awesome it is. All you have is like some Unity Sharp stuff up here, and then, or Udon Sharp. Sorry, I don't know if I said Unity Sharp, I meant Udon Sharp. And then it just sort of, all of it happens, and you can write code. So yeah, I'm going to see if the user on the update loop, if they are in VR, then it's going to handle it with like the virtual controls that I overlay on their left hand. And if they're not in VR, we're going to check if they pressed a button. And to start with, I'm just going to check to see if they press the back tick, because I want that to be able to disable and enable the user interface, so that way you can turn it off if you want. So I have the game object from Unity over here, and it's just kind of in oh, I'm not on the right thing. Oh my god. Sorry. Let's see here. So, where are we? If I go up to world script, you can see how I add, so if I create a variable in the script, it will show a field here for it. And then it can even be an array. And then you can just drag the game objects into here. So I dragged in the desktop UI overlay into this field, and that will cause it to populate this variable. So you define the variable, and then you go in here and you drop what you want to be in that variable on top of it, and then it shows up as populated in your script before it even really starts. Malka! But it's actually, you're not, sorry, but basically you're not limited to that though. You can also find game objects by their path, or like, you know, whatever you might want to do. So here I'm setting the overlay as inactive if they're not in VR. So what I'm going to do if they press the backtick button is set it to the opposite of, oh my god, that was not the right paste thing. I keep forgetting to change windows, but I don't like leaving my, yes, so I had some other code. Oh, I keep pressing the wrong, I'm going to, why does it say VR mirror? Okay, it is going to VS Code. It's just my, my Stream Deck has the wrong title on there because somehow that didn't update when I changed the settings on it earlier, and it's confusing the heck out of me. I need to change that, otherwise I'm going to keep panicking that I am not on the right thing. Okay, here we go. Okay, it's good now. All better.
You're doing great, Emma.
Alright, so yeah, thank you, Malka. I'm using OBS, not Streamlabs. I don't know if Streamlabs, I'm sure it is possible, but yeah, I made that transition in DaVinci Resolve, and then I did a bunch of stuff to export it as transparent, so it does that nifty thing that it does. But yeah, here we go. Desktop UI overlay, set active, and then we're going to set it to the opposite of whether it is active now, which will cause it to toggle theoretically, except GameObject.active is obsolete. Use active self or active in hierarchy. You don't happen to know which one I'm supposed to use, do you? Is it active self or active in hierarchy? Like, does it say what this one is? Oh, well, that would technically be accurate. That's what I want to do. What is active self? The local active state. Oh, I think it needs to be this one, probably. Okay. So, theoretically, now if I push this button, I should be able to toggle the UI in VRChat. So let's go back to Unity, and then Unity is going to be slow because it's recompiling the scripts for a moment. And then we're going to make a build in desktop mode, and we're going to test out our user interface. I'm glad you like that for Sister. How have things been going for you? It's been ages and ages. While we're waiting for that to build, I'll also show you my music, which is over here. So Epidemic Sound is like a service a subscription service for sound effects and music that are licensed, so you can use them in pretty much anything except like actual cinema or broadcast television, at least for the plan that I have. Those are the limitations. So I just set it to happy, dreamy, and that's what we're getting for music. But let's go over to VRChat because it looks like that is done, and then we'll test this. If you pay for a year, it's like $25 a month, and I bought it because part of what I'm doing is making video content for folding at home, and that meant that it was important for me to have like definitely 100%, 1000% licensed only stuff in the videos. So all of the extra audio content that I get, I use from there. Yeah. Oh, we're in the old version of the world because I forgot to close VRChat, so now there's two of me in different positions in the world here. Oh, one thing you'll notice, I never got the achievement last time, so you can't see, but all of these achievements are synced, so even if you join the world later, you get them. But you'll love how I synced them. Let me show you really quick in VS Code. I will also close the VRChat so we can run the correct build, but I have to show you this. So in VRChat, syncing variables is expensive, so you want to sync as little as possible. So I have where is it? Mindfulness achievements. So it is a 64-bit integer, and it starts out set to 0. And basically, if you... I should actually set all of the bits to 0 as well, because I was using ulong, but for some reason unsigned long integers aren't supported by VRChat, even though long integers are.
I'm simp for senpai.
Lols. But yeah, so it's just one long integer with 64 individual bits, and then what I do is when someone gets an achievement, I pass in that integer to this method and then the player ID. And then as long as the player ID fits within that 64-bit integer, so if more than 64 players have joined the world over the duration that the instance has been active, then the later players are just SOL, and I'm going to have to make a message to tell them that. But basically, it will set this temporary variable to achieved equals 1, and then it's actually bit shifting it by the number of bits equal to the player ID. And then it is doing an OR with the original achievement long integer that was passed in, and then returning the new achievement store, so that way we have the correct variable there. Now, I wanted to pass this by reference, so I didn't have to do, you know, like achievement equals store achievement, which is like pretty much what I'm having to do over here. Mindfulness achievements equals store. But you can't pass by reference in UdonSharp yet. They haven't implemented that, so you just have to deal with it. But yeah, so I can store in one 64-bit integer the status of that achievement for 64 players. And as long as the owner of the object that that variable is on gets the message whenever someone gets an achievement, then you end up having that globally synced so everyone can see everyone's achievements, and then that's reflected on the screen. But where were we? Back to Unity. We need to see if the toggle is working or if we broke it. So we're going to... I wish that there was a way to get this box to be perma-checked, because it's terrible. I always want this option. I don't ever want it not, but it keeps going off. I want to be able to run the last build, not having to build every time I run VRChat, because sometimes I do derpy stuff like I just did. But let's take a look. So our user interface will be on by default, and because we're not in VR, it will not auto-disable. And technically, if I hit the back tick, it's not doing anything. So that did not work. However, we will find out why. Now, sadly, the VRChat or the console in Unity ends up showing the API keys for VRChat, so I have to leave the console off while the stream is running. So you're gonna look at VRChat for a minute while I look in the console and just see if there's any clues as to what may have happened. But I think what I'll probably do is just send a debug log, and then I'll check that. So yeah, we'll come back to Unity now that I turned off the console. Yeah, the logs do show up in the console. There's actually a setting for that under project settings for Udon Sharp. You can do a debug build and then put the output log watch mode to all logs, and then all of your VRChat logs will show up in the console. So you can add your own messages and see it. Oh my god, yes, we do need Entrapta emojis. Oh, your friend has the Entrapta avatar and she's going to send it to me. She has it at a state where at least she thinks it's pretty nifty. So when she sends it over, I will upload it and test it. But let's see here. We need to look at the code and figure out what we did wrong. And probably it might be related to an Udon limitation. So a lot of the stuff that we deal with is actually trying to overcome Udon limitations. But we don't care about achievement store right now, so let's go back to the update loop. If input key down equals backtick, then set active whatever it's not. So maybe what we should do here is do debug. I want to try this once. I just want to know if this works. They told me it does. No, I should log warning. Probably. No. Yeah. There's less warning messages than there is other log messages. I just want to see if this makes it easier to find the things. Let's see. Key down detected or the thing. There we go. Very, very descriptive log message. And then we'll go back to Unity. Oh my god, yes, Malka. Shira is so amazing. I might have just totally misspelled Chuck player achievement everywhere. Wow. I think I did. I don't really care. We'll fix that later. It auto-completes, so I only have to misspell it once and then it will be misspelled everywhere. Shira gets better and better the more you watch, and like the last episode is absolutely just amazing. Like, oh my god, it's just like everything that you ever hoped for, like the entire way through, finally arrives in like the most spectacular way. So yeah. Okay. So I know this is actually working because this like executes. If it's misspelled, it's just because I misspelled it once and then auto-completed it wrong every time after that. So I might be doing something wrong here, but we are back in here, so let's just run another build. I will close VRChat, build and test, but this time we are logging a warning. And then, you know what, I'm gonna log both a warning and also a regular message because I thought that I tried logging a warning before and had difficulties, so we're gonna try. Also, I think I forgot a semicolon originally. Emma, drink water, please. Good idea, Malka. I have water. Alright, so now we can build and test. You know, I should make green tea. I have like actual, like a Japanese matcha green tea like set, like to actually do the kind of making green tea officially way.
No, what I meant is more like you have a meeting in the morning, so you better stay like, you know, energize it with different ways. So yeah,
I really
just
make
water
some of
and
this tea,
green.
though. It sounds really good.
You can make stream on this. Basically, you can set the camera on the table and make in-stream tea ceremony with all your friends.
I should, but at the moment, that would be hard. There's a lot of things to set up for that.
Okay.
Alright, let's go into VRChat.
Senpai doing VRChat stuff. Whee!
Okay, so I push the button a bunch of times, and then nothing happens. So does it actually detect that? No, it does not. So I might be doing something not quite right. I should put a mirror like closer to spawn, or maybe put spawn by the mirror. Also, the four corners of the world are just far enough apart that it takes longer than I want to have to wait. But yeah, let's see. There's a UI on here, so because eventually I was gonna maybe have buttons, which is why we get the glowy thing. But yeah, I can have a glowy belly button there. I'm just gonna Google really quick and look at input key down Unity. Is there something special with that backtick key? Oh, I think maybe I can't just put that directly. I think I have to maybe like name what that is. Backtick. Backquote, that's what it's called. So there is keycode dot backquote. Maybe we need that. If input key down equals keycode dot backquote. So I just changed it to this. Oh, and that's exactly what you said. Max! How are you, Max? It's funny, you said that like literally as I just finished reading the Google and then found it here. So oh, and you're supposed to give it a key code, so yeah, apparently it's probably going to be happier with that. Alright, so we save that file.
It is so unique to see your coding. It's like, finally.
It's like the last episode of She-Ra when you finally get what you want.
Yes. Exactly. It to finally see your thing, you know? Like, the thing. How on Interrupt to do the thing. It's like sacred, actually.
Alright, so I'm going to close VRChat, and then we're going to do it again. Make a test build and see if we can toggle the UI. And I don't know, it's possible if VRChat like somehow blocks you from using certain keys or something. There's actually a whole spreadsheet someplace of all of the like VRChat Udon input things. How is your middle of the night going, Max? Okay, we'll go to VRChat here. We'll test this. I was trying to find the input documents for enjoying some taquitos. That sounds like a perfect thing to do when it's 5:30 in the morning and you've been up all night. I don't know if you've been up all night, but I have. Okay, we're pressing the backtick, and we're not getting anything in VRChat. Do we get stuff in Unity? We do not yet. Now, there could be something. I'm just gonna Google And I'm sorry that I don't show my Googling, but there's just too many opportunities. Like, Google puts your weather on the bottom of the page now, like whether you like it or not. It's just like always there. You can't even Google. Even if you're in like an incognito window, Google's like, oh, we know where you are anyway, so we're gonna tell you your weather on your page, regardless of whether you want us to. Scooby-Doo 2002? Lols. Okay, what is that code that we are doing here? Input.getKeyDown. Get key down. Okay, here we go. Here's an article on VRChat's site here about how someone else was doing key down. So we'll temporarily take a look at that here. Hey, I need to enable the UI menu by pressing keys. I tried to use events. Nothing worked. Okay, what are they doing here? Input key down. Oh, so there's a node for input.getKeyDown. So that definitely has to work. But it might be, oh my god. That's a thing. Okay. And this is why I prefer code. Because this is, yeah, no. You might want to try taking the input.keyDown outside of the if to see if those are interfering. I mean, like, if local player is user in VR, definitely works correctly. But we can try this. We'll just put it like right out here. The first thing that runs on update. Because why not? I think I can just leave this empty. I've done that before and it didn't blow up, so should be fine. Oh, I didn't switch back. Yeah. So I put it out here and I'm just gonna leave this empty because I don't think C# seems to care. Put a log in the update. Oh god, no, trust me. The update is running. If this update wasn't running, none of those screens would actually be populated. Because in this update here, like every 30 ticks, or what did I set it to? Every 40 ticks, it is actually doing all of the things. Run each tick wait time. And then every like 600 ticks, not ticks, these are really frames. I called it ticks, but it's wrong. It's actually every frame that it runs this, but I didn't understand that at the time. So here's where it updates my loading message on the bottom of the screen every like 600 frames. And then every 40 frames, we like update all of the things, including like all of those screens with all of the properties and all of that. So you would know if update was not running because those screens would not be refreshing. And when it, a very, very long tick. Yes, me and my very descriptive variable names. But yeah, we know that's running or the screen can't be updating. It is not possible.
It's your unicorn style.
Yeah, my unicorn style. Truth. Alright, is this thing back? It like becomes slightly unresponsive for a while UdonSharp is like compiling the scripts. Oops, we have to close the other VRChat window. Oh my gosh, and then let's just switch to VS Code while it's compiling because the console is going to show a bunch of things it shouldn't, that I should just leave not on the screen. Don't forget rechecking that magic checkbox. It is. Wait, which magic checkbox? Like, I have to check the checkbox that allows me to, like, run the last build without rebuilding, which is super annoying. And then also there's the Force VR checkbox that you have to recheck a lot more too. Force non-VR, sorry. Okay, so update is running. Like, the world didn't crash because, like, this is happening over here. So now if I... Oh, hell. It works. So, what the You and your smarty pants just take it out of the if statement. Here, let me show you in Unity, but I have to turn off my console. There we go. It works though. So, but here's what I was talking about. Under settings, the show extra options on build page, because I want to be able to run my last build. I don't want to have to build every time I open the client. So hold on though. It is checking the player achievement correctly. Like, that's not the part of the if that is having a problem. Oh hell! It won't let you toggle it until you have the achievement if it is inside there. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. That's why. Because we didn't go get the mindfulness achievement first. Okay. Well, we only want to do that part of it if they are in VR and have the achievement. But this part of it needs to happen if they are not in VR, regardless of if they have the achievements. If not, local player is in VR. Wait, can I do this? If not that, and then just do that. For now, anyway. Maybe? I don't know the order of... I think that would work if it's making sense the way I think it is, probably evaluating that. Yeah, the mindfulness achievement is only for the position data to be on the screen, but everything else on the screen is the... probably we don't really need this stuff anymore. Actually, I want to know if the warning shows up in the warning section of the console. I'm just curious. But let's just try this again and see if it works the way I hope. And then we have the ability to toggle the UI, which is like a really good start. And now we have to actually make the keys for updating the gravity. Because the whole point of this is that after you get the mindfulness achievement, it actually unlocks the ability to control the amount of gravity in the world. And right now, those controls are actually rendered on the VR user's left hand, like kind of in front of it is a UI, and it shows you your position and then gives you a slider that you can slide using your other controller if you point at it. And that lets you control how much gravity affects your character. Well, I want desktop users to have just as much fun, which is why we went down this whole road of trying to build the two-dimensional UI. So I'm just gonna turn on warnings in my Unity console so I can see if it's showing up over there.
You're the only one who can do this, Emma. I believe in you.
Okay, so it still toggles, and my warnings do show up correctly in my Unity console. Sadly, it doesn't really help as far as whether or not I can show that on stream, because the API keys show up in like every single possible section. Warnings, errors, and info messages. VRChat just pours its API key everywhere in every log message. But anyway, we have succeeded with like a major part of it here. Another reason why it's nice to be able to toggle the UI is that Orals said that people would be annoyed by having the UI like forced on the screen because they might want to take screenshots or something, and they'd be like, I don't want your stupid website or my screenshot. So now you can turn it off. I just need to put a message on the screen telling people that they can toggle the UI. But we'll worry about that part later. We're here to make the gravity controls work for the local player. So that means...
This one is already works. I can see it you're in the stream. From right part it looks like a gravity clicker or something.
The gravity is all on currently, like that is correct, but you can't click that slider, like, because in VRChat, like the VRChat UI like eats the mouse over here. Actually, technically, if you're on pause, you might be able to click that.
No, if you're on pause, you can't click nothing. But I have an idea. Why not to give random keys like P or O to players to toggle the gravity, and that's it?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to do. I was going to make it like the plus key and the minus key will toggle the gravity. You should add a super detailed, like galaxy nebula filled skybox. I mean, I can add like different environment options, but if you noticed, Max, this world is only 15 megabytes, and I really like the fact that it's like such a small world, especially when I'm doing so much like iterating on the code.
Yeah, the logics.
I don't, because VRChat is like super duper slow at uploading new versions, and right now it's relatively quick. The more stuff I put in here, the longer it's going to take to upload, and also people with slower internet connections have a lot of struggles. So this is going to be like a minimalistic world, but have fun puzzles and still be pretty, but not have like too much excess texture-y things where possible. However, that doesn't preclude me from opening the textures and like pasting a galaxy in there. Like, there's no reason why we can't do that. Like, I'm fine with putting a galaxy like on top of the regular skybox. Like, some other cool space things. You'll like some of the... So I have a magic mirror here that also has the player list, so you can chill over here with your friends and still see when someone joins, and then run and say hi to them. Alright, Persister, you have good food, and enjoy your playing Among Us. Sounds fun.
Oh, Emma, by the way, I have the hacked version of Among Us. Do you want to have it?
You have the hacked version of what?
Oh, I should not say that. Stream matters.
I mean, it's too long now, but what version of hacked what do you have?
The game. The game.
The ReadyPlayerEmma?
No!
Oh.
Lex scared me, I guess. That's it, I'm going to jail for stealing game contents.
Oh, I see. Well, I mean, I think
It's not
Pinky
me.
has
Actually,
some
somebody
sort of
yelled.
Pinky has like some kind of crazy magic client that does extra stuff too. Oh no, you're talking about Among Us. Oh, okay, okay. I don't know Among Us actually.
It is. I can tell you. Or maybe Lex can tell you once he ends with food. We've been playing with him together. It is multiplayer game that costs not too much. It's like maybe $10, something like that. But still, like, it's a really low poly 2D game, and you moving with your thingies. Have you seen the Falling Guys? Like,
Yeah, I've
kinda.
seen Fall Guys.
So they actually really remind Falling Guys, but Falling Guys are a 3D game where you run, you do stuff, and this is 2D game. And this game, like, Werewolf. Do you know a Werewolf game?
I'm familiar with it, but I don't really know it much. I think I tried to play it one time, like halfway, but never actually have. So I know those are fine. We can now toggle the UI on and off. But now, else. Wait, is it else if? Maybe I should just have like the key down stuff in a case statement. I don't know. This is fine for now. We'll worry about those details later. So let's do the like plus key and minus key here. If key down, key code, oh god. Key code dot, is there a plus? Oh, there is a plus. I don't know, plus? Maybe I'll make it plus or equal. So that way you can hit shift if you want, but you don't have to. Is it one? Yeah, I think so. Okay, key down equals. Then we want to set the gravity slider to be more. And then also you might want to use get key instead of get key down single press detection. Get key is for continuous. Yeah, we probably want them to be able to hold it down in order to, like, kind of move it smoothly over time. So that's a good idea. We'll use this for now, though, and then I might... Hello! Bright skies! We are writing code for a VRChat world. I have to ask you, Bright Skies, are you awake this early in the morning or this late at night? Here, I'll show you the VRChat world a little bit. This is the world. You can actually, and it's 6:49 a.m., but that doesn't mean you're not awake from yesterday. But yeah, so this is all updated by code, and then I have a two-dimensional UI overlay, which pretty much I've never seen before in VRChat. But that is part of the world. Taking your dog out. So you are like in sleep mode and just happen to see the alert while you're taking your dog out. Well, happy morning to you. Normally you would have to practice meditation to get the location data to show up in the top left up there, but I have that enabled so I don't have to go sit on the cushion every single time to test it. We're just playing around in a test build here. Thank you so much, the Persister, and thank you so much for stopping by. It's really good to see you, Persister. And I can't wait for you to start making VRChat content now that you know you can write code for it, because it is incredibly satisfying to do this compared to a million triggers arranged in weird ways that's impossible to visualize. I'll talk to you later. Enjoy your game. Thank you. Alright, so let's go back to our code. And I might be sleeping during Facebook Connect, to be honest, but I'm sure it'll be awesome. I mean, send me a link on Discord to it just so I remember to take a look at it, or Malka can. Otherwise I'll just forget. So this will be key code minus, and that one doesn't need to be shifted because no one's going to try to hit shift, because you don't have to for that. So now what I'm wondering is if I have it like simply change the value of the grav slider, will it also trigger it to do the update on value change? Grav slider dot value equals grav slider dot value oh wait, you know what, we're just gonna try this because I'll figure out how to handle like all of the things later. But in theory, this should... Wait, that needs to go in the other one. There. What am I doing wrong here? Oh. Here we go. So we'll just... suppose we can set this to +2. We won't be like keeping it within the correct bounds, but maybe the grav slider limits itself. We'll do that. I don't know. Or maybe it won't update if we do this. And we have to do that. In 6 hours. You know, I'm afraid I probably am going to be sleeping in 6 hours because I have decided to let myself have some late nights if I want, because I'm in the process of moving from doing one thing that's kind of cool to doing something that I dream of being a part of more and more, and that is trying to work more and more with folding at home. So I am enjoying some late night coding sessions because I have the opportunity to do that, and late nights are my default sort of, I don't know, active hours, I guess. If there's no other things that direct me to have a particular schedule, my schedule will always drift to being a late night schedule, just because I don't know.
Unicorn style.
Yes, unicorn style. Oh, I put the thing before the thing. Whoopsie daisy. There we go. I was very descriptive of my fix. Thank you, Bright Skies. If I do happen to stay up, then, you know, I mean, I woke up really, really late yesterday. I could reset my schedule if I wanted by just staying up until tonight, but I don't know. I honestly find myself
That's what
more
you do
productive
usually.
when I work at night. Alright, so technically we should be good. We can build and test and see what that looks like. Seeing if our gravity can be adjusted now. Water is important. I'm surprised there's 5 people watching and it's like the middle of the night or the morning. It's even worse. I'm never ever streaming at this hour normally.
Because we love you, Senpai.
What is a modify single emote reward? So if you spend your points on that, I think it gives you the ability to use an emote, and you can choose any emote, which normally you'd have to be a subscriber for, and you can also like flip it and reverse it in different directions. Yes, like the hacker unicorn emote. Okay. Oh, I forgot to check desktop only. So now we need to go back again and do this.
And this emote was created by our friend for the stream and stuff. That's really cute and unique, and you will not find in any other place. Emma Kawaii, yes, always has been.
Yeah, the emotes were made by Keiki. She is our community artist. Alright, so I can toggle the UI, and if I push minus and plus, nothing happens. So I'm thinking maybe grav sliders you can't like... maybe that's not a writable variable? Maybe what I need to do is like set a value? Is there a set? Set direction? I know there's a problem with variables being mutable. So certain things, but this is just a floating point. I feel like that should normally work. Unless you just can't do it. Let me check Google. So if I Google, what are we gonna find out here? Can I update slider value Unity C#? Unity send a value to UI slider. Alright, let's see. Public slider value. And the slider is currently set to... Alright, where's the slider? Oh, I wonder... Maybe I'm missing something, because... There you go. Now you have unicorn hug emotes. Alright, here's our slider. Set here. So it's still calling...
Senpai.
Yes?
7 viewers!
7 viewers at 6 AM. How much do you want to bet that most of them are not in the Western Hemisphere?
Or maybe they just woke up and they been like, ooh, Udon stream, VRChat, yes, we shall do this.
Yes, that's what I do when I wake up at 6 AM.
Me too.
Alright, so the on value changed is set to invoke this.
Yeah, like also voice of Senpai is really good, that's why too.
Hello,
like just
Razor
accept it, right?
Sorry. Didn't mean to be mean.
You're not mean, Senpai. I'm mean. You're sweet.
You are sweet, Malka. I
No,
am
you.
whatever my mood is in a given moment, and hopefully it can be sweet most of the time. But I'm moody like
I'm
everyone
totally
else
stealing you all
sometimes.
the time from Pinky, and Pinky still didn't kill at me, you know?
So if I can't just change the slider value, then I'm probably gonna have to just change gravity.
I want to be there and baby dance the night away. I'll let my head down if I want.
I don't know how exactly to do this. It says I can update it, but it's not working. And the slider value has a maximum value of 1 and the starting value of 1. So if I put minus equals 0.1, it should be moving down by 10%. Maybe we'll just say if you put minus, it will change it to like 0.1, like actually be equal to that. And then if you just hit plus, it'll just be equal to 1. And then see what happens there. How are you doing, Rays of Hope? There could be other people who are up in the middle of the night in the Western Hemisphere too, and just stayed up all night to watch coding things.
Or just like not from same time zone. That can be too. Hey, dude, what is your time zone?
What?
I guess. I am asking the stream what is the time zone of somebody who is watching, because
Oh,
mine
yeah,
is totally
that's a good
different.
question. You are like, what time is it there? Sometime in the afternoon, I think, like 2 o'clock?
Yes, here it is 2 o'clock in the
Oh
day.
my god, I was right.
Yes. You're so good.
You can come bother me. Bothering me is nice.
I like to bother you.
I like being bothered by you.
Truly, senpai.
Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying the music, Max. Let me show you how I'm getting the music. Not sponsored, but this is where I get my music. I have a membership to Epidemic Sound.
Cool.
And that's where I get my officially licensed music for video production stuff that I do for people that would be very mad if I wasn't using licensed music. And since I can use as much as I want with my membership, I figured this is a great way to have officially licensed music for my stream and not have to, worry about that. Alright, I hear VRChat. We better go check that out and see how it's working. Okay, here we are. Can you play Miku? There is, I don't believe there are any Vocaloid songs on the Epidemic Sound website. They are, they have a lot of music, but they actually they buy the rights for all this music, but like a lot of their
Oh my gosh! What?
Oh my god! Rays of Hope! Oh my god. Thank you.
Dude.
20 tier 1 subs. Oh my god. You know what? Please come and bother me all the time. But no, really, that's a lot. Thank you so much. That's incredible.
Thank you.
It's been so long since I streamed, and to have that happen is just... that really makes my day and encourages me to stream more again. I already decided I'm going to, but this is just more encouragement. And now I will get to stream game dev because that's super fun. Okay, so the keys don't do what I need them to yet. Just to make sure that I'm using the right key codes, let's change it to changing the overlay to being active and inactive, since we know that that works correctly. And we'll wait for that to build. If it was payday, I'd go the average 60? You give 60 gift subs? Oh my god. You are incredibly generous and amazing. And that is just so cool that you are supporting people like to that level. Like, that is... you make a lot of people really happy. We're all just a bunch of silly internet people trying to see if we can make cool stuff for the world, because I mean, it's just the thought of being able to contribute something useful is, I don't know, just, it would just be a really cool thing to be able to create content that was meaningful enough that people were willing to support you. So when you do something like that, it is just awesome. And I really appreciate it. I'm sure anyone else who you stop by also does that. Were you on Foral's stream? Because Foral said, I think he said someone, I think it was you. Were you on Foral's stream when he got the affiliate? Yes, you were. Oh my god. Are you in my Discord? Or are you top secret and wouldn't tell me if you were?
Please join Emma's Discord. She's really amazing.
You're really amazing, Milka.
No, you, Senpai. I'm glad I got you to stream because you see how good the things happen. You would never experience that good things if you wouldn't come to stream, actually. And I'm really happy that you're taking this path of like game dev stream, actually, because you're so good in understanding all that anyway. Like, you're really understanding.
Well, now that I'm having so much fun making udon stuff, like, I think I will do game dev streams more often. And everyone tells me there's just not enough people doing dev streams on Twitch anyway. So it's in demand. And it's something that you get to learn from. It's like educational content. Alright.
Emma, your voice is also nice. It's not only educational.
You're amazing, Mocha. Okay, so the key codes are working. Both the plus and minus button are doing the same thing as the other button, like we asked it to do. So that part of it is working. Apparently, we are just not able to change the state of this floating point number from the code. Oh, wait, I wonder. Oh no, it is a slider. That is the slider itself, and that's why it has the value. Okay. You should check out the Minecraft. Like, there's tons more stuff there now, and I plan on trying to bring more activity back there by having events too. I I know there's other people interested in potentially helping to get stuff going on the Minecraft server. So I might see if I can get a small team of people to kind of help organize things and just kind of run with it, and not just be like moderators, but be like, you know, kind of leaders on the Minecraft server, helping to organize it more, because I've just run out of time to do that very often. And it's not fair because the server is really awesome and people still play on it. We just need someone that can help organize it. Alright, so if we know this is working and we know we can't change the gravity slider value, then what can we do? Maybe instead of putting the slider, we will put like a thing that shows the gravity percentage. I think that might be interesting, because I can get the value, the current gravity value of the player. Maybe what we should do is go over to Unity, and I'll duplicate the player info display over here, and we'll call it gravity value display. And then we will copy the transform from that, put it over here, and then we'll turn that off for now. And then we have to change the... Wait, the pivot point actually looks... Oh, I'm not on the right thing. Pivot is... Oh no, the pivot is correct then. It's just the... It's just there. It's just that. Okay. So we'll put gravity placeholder up there. And then we're going to go to our world script, and there's no spot for me to put the gravity value display yet, but as soon as I define a variable in the world script in the code, then it will show up. We'll just put it down here, should be fine. Public text. There we go. And as soon as we define that, now a little blank variable will appear here. There we go. Now we can drop the gravity value display onto it, and that will mean that when we change that in the code, it will actually change over there. And then down here, we can, if not in VR, let's do, just put it here for now. Let's string.format. There we go. Gravity. And then, what is it? Local player dot get gravity strike. What's my clone? Right? No? Doesn't seem very happy right now. Cannot convert. Oh! I forgot.
Yes, please.
There we go. Maybe. I need to remember to come back here when I got to one. You're amazing, Rays of Hope. Like, seriously amazing. Just make sure you don't spend money you don't have. Like, if you truly have extra money in these times, then I'm not going to complain because I'm trying and become more active and see if I can make this sustainable as, you know, at least part of my income, and then keep doing a lot of other stuff too. But all your mon is extra. All right, if you say so.
Why don't you say so?
String dot format. Oh, it's not format then, is it? It's like string dot something else. String. Oh, no. String dot. String. Oh, it is string dot format. Oh, did I not put a comma? Are you serious, Emma? Really?
It's okay, it's really late for you, and drink some water or tea, or even eat something small like fruit or something. Yes.
Wait, no, I did. String dot format. Oh. I feel like I'm just gonna copy one of these other ones quick so I can see right next to that one like what I'm doing differently. Okay, so we have string.format and then we have our string. And then one variable for each of those things. This is not what's wrong. Is there just like something weird going on with a semicolon or something done like that? Oh my god, I'm not calling the method. I was referencing the method and not calling it. Derpy derp. Okay, there we go. See, if you're looking at like an object, like local player is an object that is the local player that's from the VRChat API. And the player object has two different types of things kind of associated with it. One of those is the like attributes that you can read. So we can do like local player dot. And some of them, like these lowercase ones, like player ID, those are like attributes that you can just read off of the object. But certain things, the attributes are not like just static, so you have to actually ask for the value, and then it has to like figure it out and give it back to you. Or maybe if you're trying to set something or perform some other active thing, you need to actually say that you want to get or set. It's not always like that, but in this case, it is. And I was trying to just reference it as a variable instead of calling the method that returns the value that I need. But in theory, we should see the gravity value on the screen now. And then, instead of changing the gravity or the gravity slider value, what we're going to do is actually set the gravity strength. And for now, I'm just going to set it to the current value. Can I do that right here? Can I do, yeah, I think I, oh no, yeah, this will be fine. So if you're hitting plus, we'll do current value plus 0.01. Set gravity strength equal to get gravity strength plus 0.01. And it needs a float, so maybe that needs to be an F. Yeah, there we go. And then we'll do the same thing down here, but since this one is minus, we'll do minus to make it a smaller value. And then we're also displaying it up there, so I don't know. I think that should work. Oh, I wasn't showing the code. Oh my god. You guys, tell me if you're not seeing the right thing. But that's okay. Sometimes I forget to switch scenes. Maybe I should just be using my desktop. I just know it's like too easy to like open the wrong stuff, so I pick the particular windows. But I think we're ready for a new build, so let's try that. And then we'll check out VRChat. I'll probably get the hang of this as I keep doing it though. And besides, if I keep doing it this way, y'all get to see that transition that I made way more often, and I spent a lot of time on that. So it's important to make sure that's used. Water. I feel like that wasn't very ASMR watery, but I drank water. Alright. I think we're good. VRChat is starting. Code's still running. That's a good sign. And there's a little thing on the top that says gravity equal to 1. Now, if I push minus... oh, I still have it toggling. Whoa! It is changing the gravity, but it's also toggling the desktop overlay when you're pressing minus or plus. Because that was my test to see if it was working. But forget that. Who cares if it's toggling it? Right now, oh, desktop users have gravity control! Yes! Yes, yes, yes! Oh my god, that means I can go solve the puzzle. That's amazing. So we can just have it like increment by 5% at a time, I guess. Seems reasonable. Well, I am writing code, which is the usual thing for a unicorn to do at 6 a.m. Oh, okay. It's still showing the code. Alright, I'm gonna get the hang of actually updating these things. But the point is that it's working. And I think that I need to make sure that when we are printing it, we're rounding it to the correct number of decimal places. And I think that I just have to put a colon and then an F2 in here, and then it will round to 2 decimal places. And I think also I'm gonna do 0.5 because make it just a little bit more granular. And then we'll go run our build in Unity. How are you doing, Forals? Did you just wake up? Forals? Are you there? Forals stopped responding. Forals must have just like had a instinctual moment waking up being like, I detect the unicorn is staying up too late, and then like rolled over in bed and was like, what are you doing on? You heard a cat inside the ceiling? What? Lols. let's run a build. I think that this is like practically uploadable right now. Like the primary thing that we need to do is make it so that the desktop users can figure out. Yeah, there's portals.
Just want your sunny days. I want you. Just want your sunny days.
Wait, what? What?
I want you.
You heard Pony Rosa? What is going on? You heard Pony Rosa in your sleep? I'm confused. You need to explain more, Forles. We need a more descriptive answer here. Okay, so now we have gravity. Oh, and look at that. It updates all nice and smoothly. Oh, and because we didn't limit it, you can even give yourself too much gravity. So the plus and minus keys control gravity now, Forles? Oh, VRChat. Okay, sorry. I'm going to remember to push the buttons. So yeah, now the UI in the game, the plus and minus keys control the gravity. And just for you, Forles, you can push the tilde key to toggle the UI on and off. And now I'm going to make a question mark for help button that will be always on the screen. So if you push question mark, it'll tell you what the controls are. Yeah, oh yeah, I remember that moment. Oh god, that's a funny story. Oh, that scared the hell out of me that time. I was getting ready to stream, and at the time I was going to use an audio interface with a microphone plugged in. Well, this audio interface is actually like a field recorder, so it also has like a tiny little speaker to play back the recordings. And when you plug it into your computer to use it as an audio interface, that speaker can become an output from your computer. And I didn't realize it, but when I opened OBS, it auto-joined the voice channel because I had these like overlay, the voice overlay thing turned on. And that meant that I was like randomly in some voice channel, and I guess Pony Rosa saw me there and just joined and like started trying to talk to me. But the audio was routed to this tiny little speaker in this thing that is basically like an audio interface that was sitting on the table in front of me. Something that I would never imagine that Pony Rosa's voice should come out of. So all I heard was like this kind of like freaky Pony Rosa like thing. And oh my god, I almost died. I was like, what? Like, I froze. And like chills went down my spine, and I was like, what the fuck was that? and then like it happened again, and I like was even more startled, and then I was like, wait, what could be happening right now? What could be happening right now? And then I was like, oh my god, it came from that. What the hell? And yeah, so Pony Rosa was talking through my audio interface and almost gave me a heart attack, because that's not a place where sound was ever expected to come from in my head. I thought there was like the universe was trying to like communicate from another dimension or something. It was super scary for like a brief second. Okay. So now I can change gravity, but let me get my official achievement, which should be required to do that. And then we're gonna go complete the achievement. A very deep meow and scratches. Do you have a cat for us? You don't have a cat, do you?
Meow.
Meow. I'm in the live stream voice chat, by the way, Forals.
For also bunny, I don't think he would like to have cat near him. Cats eat bunnies.
Cats eats bunnies?
I don't have one. Sure you don't.
I need to make that glow a little bit, at least.
Yeah, it's hard to see. Maybe it can have on its particles or something like shining or something, because it's really hard to see actually.
I mean, I can make it slightly emissive, but I don't want it to be like super glowy, because otherwise you'll see it from like over here and be like, oh, what's that? And you're supposed to not find it until you actually know the coordinates.
Oh, okay. But it's really hard actually, even with coordinates.
I know, I will make it easier. Okay.
Maybe some arrows that will just show you the like compass.
Okay, so we can run to the moon now. And then it's actually easier on desktop because you can increase your gravity when you want to go down, and it's really hard to change those controls in VR. So see how it says 42, 42? Those are the coordinates that you're supposed to go to get the key. So you're not supposed to find it until after you see the lock, and then try to figure out where to get the key. And then there you go. Next puzzle coming soon. You know what? Now that we have that working, we're just gonna save, and then I'm gonna commit this code, and we're gonna do the hearts. We're gonna put the hearts in the chest like you suggested. That was a good idea. We need to put
maybe kitten, sleeping kitten in the box, and heart in it. I will do the sound effects for it. You never go near.
That's funny. We can label it Schrodinger's box, and then when you open it, there's a cat, but it's always alive because it would be sad for it not to be.
With animation, yeah, cat with animations that just go like yeah, and when you open the box, he just jumps on you and stands on its feet, like for headpats. And when you click the button, he makes the sound effect. So.
That's a very good idea, but that might require a little bit more work than I'm willing to put into the first guess.
Remember to change the scene. Change the scene, Emma. We see darkness, we see black on the screen.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Thank you.
Yeah. It's okay, it's Worlds, it's not me. Good job, Worlds, good job. Join the voice call, dude.
Yeah, you can join the voice call. Worlds is
you did such a
I'm
good
in
job.
bed, I'm not joining from my phone. Probably. Okay. I think that we should just upload this first, because that's super useful. Oh no, don't upload yet. I forgot that that's not supposed to be enabled by default. Oh no. It's okay. It'll pop up in a second and then I'll just unplay it and it'll be fine. I have water for you, Forals. I didn't receive my invitation letter to this stream. Well, I'm sorry that you didn't check the announcements channel where I alerted you, but that is, I attempted. I even at mods specifically. Even if you weren't subscribed to the Twitch announcements. Okay, so now that it's building, we're going to tell it, please don't yet. The only thing that needs to change... I should not read that channel, meanwhile I'm sleeping. Well, meanwhile you're sleeping, did you want me to call you on the phone and wake you up and be like, Foros, I'm just starting to stream now. This is your official invitation. Okay, we can't upload yet because the gravity stuff is enabled by default, and that is not supposed to be enabled until after. Ooh. So this can go away now. And then this. You know, I shouldn't upload until I actually go through an actual full test in VR and desktop, because I have broken things too easily. I have to start being less careless because people are actually starting to go there. That would be better than waking up while a cat scratches. Oh. Next time I'll try to psychically detect when a cat is going to terrify you and call in advance of that. How do you like the soundtrack, Forals? You're very audio and music oriented, so I'm curious. Okay, so I deleted that. We want this to be off by default. And then we will turn the position display off by default. And then we're going to go into the code, because actually that thing is not part of the thing yet that it needs to be. Oh wait, no, that is part of it. I just need to make sure I enable it. So there's too many things. That shouldn't. Right, if someone sits for meditation, they get the achievement. Then, if they are the local user, well, that's in here now. Well, that's even in another place yet, I think, possibly.
Hey Emma, when you have the meeting that you say that you need to be up to?
It's not for another, like, 1 hour and 20 minutes, so that's fine.
Oh, okay.
That's $10 USD consulting. Corona made everything have a price. Oh my god. Lols. It's the truth though. I will gift you some subs next time you stream. Not as many as Rays of Hopes can, because I don't have that much extra. Here's where it gives the property for mindfulness. Oh, I forget where I'm updating things. Maybe I update that over here. Oh, yes, here it is. But that means I need it in this script too. Okay, that's fine. We'll just put it over there. Gravity value display. Okay, and now we will add that to... Oh no, that's the meditation chair script, and that's on like every one of these. Okay. I need to find a better way of doing this. Maybe someone who actually does this will come to the stream and tell me a better way. But at the moment, I'm having to drag these variables from one, two, so I changed the script, which is on all of these, but now the variable doesn't populate. So I actually need to like drag the variable over to all of them. Because I have all of these chairs for practicing meditation. Oh yes, it is from Epidemic Sound. It's, you are entirely correct. This is where I'm over here. I would increase your voice like 1 dB or 2. You talk too quietly sometimes. But to be honest, we can hear you though. Yeah, this is Epidemic Sound, and it's currently set to Happy Dreamy. Happy Dreamy. I feel like that's a good combination for the middle of night coding sessions that go on into the morning. Okay. Technically, that should probably work. So now the gravity display is off, the desktop position display is off, and then I guess that is probably good enough to run another test. Now we wait for compiling. All I gotta do is remember to keep pushing this button when I change to different programs, because that's safer than leaving my whole desktop shared, because I have problems with that. We need rewards for our points. You are absolutely correct, Forels. That is getting added soon. Because I'm starting streaming. I have time, and I have motivation, and I have hope and inspiration, and I really like doing this game dev stuff. It just kind of spontaneously happened because Udon was far more amazing than I thought it could possibly be. Alright, so in desktop mode, we join. Everything is fine. We have in toggle, but we cannot change... Wait, hold on. We can currently change gravity, can't we? Even though we can't see it. I can... Yep. I can jump way higher than I should be able to by pushing the button. Hello, Rays of Hope. Alright, so we need another check on that before, because they shouldn't be able to change their gravity by knowing what key to press before they have officially got that power. But that's not what we're here to test really quick though. We're testing that the chairs correctly activate the gravity display. Let's make sure that worked. What? Oh! I put the variable, but I didn't change it yet. I have to enable it. So this needs to be set active true. There we go. And that should be the only place we need that. And since we remembered the other thing... Yes, Fortals showed me some stuff about the artist that the emotes are potentially going to come from, and they look super, super awesome. Alright. Let's go into our code here. And all your subs are going to work. Yeah, Forals, you're doing a good job. Keep up the streaming and keep being awesome. Alright, so up here, when we are saying that people can adjust the gravity, that one should be out here, but the other one should be inside of here. Okay. Why has this one got a thing on it? Else cannot start a statement.
I've been walking down the street like an alien. They say time
There's
will
no...
heal, but I don't have
No,
patience.
just else? Yes, there is.
Now we begin the erase.
Sometimes
All the
I am new to C#, but I swear this has to be possible. I know there's else if.
but I can't get anyway. 'Cause I'm still in love.
Okay, we were... It's right... Oh, maybe it's complaining about this, actually. If user is in VR,
I don't check
else
don't wanna face it.
if
Everything
this
feels wrong and
equals
there's
then
no
this.
replacing. What we
This.
had is gone and it's
Oh, now it's happening.
fading. I'm better off, but I can't deal with this aching.
Hello, Nel2. How are you?
I know I gotta go
We're just writing some code for a VRChat world over here.
'cause I'm still in love.
And I think that should work. So if they have the achievement and they are in VR, then we translate the VR controls to the position of their left hand. Otherwise, if they push plus or equals, we increase the gravity by 5%. And if they push minus, we decrease the gravity by 5%. And then technically that should be fine. Let's test that and see how it goes. Go into Unity, wait for it to finish compiling. How are you doing now? Is your morning, evening, afternoon, middle of the night, whatever it is there, going well, I hope? Water is good. Alright, compiling done.
Senpai, drink water, please.
Yes, I did. I'm drinking all of the water. I should probably stop a little bit before my appointment so I can get a snack though. But I can still
Yeah.
stream.
Like 20 minutes before the meeting or something,
Yeah.
I think it's good.
We have plenty of time left. Evening. Well, good evening to you now. I hope the weather is nice there. Alright, let's give this a test and see if desktop mode works right. I didn't do it, probably. Wait, what did you not do? Oh, the gift sub. Sure, definitely wasn't you. Thank you again, Rays of Hope. Like, you literally are Rays of Hope. Like, your name is 100% accurate. Okay, so now the gravity thing appeared, and I can change it, and it works. And this still works. And I have to make it so it will not go down below 5%. They are right though, for real. You really are right. That is like a truly amazingly kind and just awesome thing that you're doing. Gifting that amount of subs to small streamers that just, it means so much to you. Alright. Let's see. I want to check my graph slider and see what the minimum value I have set for VR users is. Okay, 5%. Perfect. Because that is what it should be for the desktop users as well. And since I have them going in 5% increments, then that should be perfect. So now let's go back to our code here and add another check. So we want to increase the gravity if the gravity, could put it in the same if thing, but it's fine. I feel like I don't want to get too many inline if things up there. If local player dot get gravity strength is less than, I'll just say 1.001 in case the floating point thing gets a little bit wonky. Oh, no though, because otherwise it could go higher. Oh. I guess we'll say like 0.951? 9501? Yeah, try that. If it's less, oh, that's not a less than, is it? That's a greater than. If the gravity strength is more than 90 or less than 95%, then we will enable them to increase it by 5% more. That way they can't go over 100% gravity. Not that that would harm the game elements, it would just be weird because VR users can't do that. So now we'll go to the same thing down here and swap that out. This is when we're subtracting though. So it has to be greater than 5% in order to subtract. But this needs to be like 499. Okay.
Hey Emma,
That will work. Hi.
9 viewers. And he was questioning to stream or not to stream.
I know, I was like, none of my followers are awake at this time. I didn't
Lol.
think anyone was gonna watch. I thought this was gonna be like a practice stream for my first game dev stream. Hello, that thing you like. How are you doing? We're developing a VRChat world here. So let's go back to Unity and run a build and see if it is doing what we expect. This follower is awake at this time. I'm surprised how many familiar faces I see at like 7 a.m. when I have never ever streamed at. Or maybe I did like in the first couple of months when I started on Twitch. But back then I would start streaming and don't know if I'm a follower, I just exist. Well, somehow you seem to know when I'm streaming, so I'm guessing you just might be a follower. You still having more viewers than I normally get on my streams. Well, have a safe trip to the bank and good luck with your day. I hope that it goes well, and thank you for stopping by. It's awesome to see familiar faces when I'm streaming at like really weird times. It's unexpected and awesome. Especially with when one of them gives a bunch of gift subs. That was, again, just unbelievably cool rays of hope. Alright, one more build and we see if our limits are working correctly. I need the foods. Yeah, I'm thinking that same thing actually. I'm kind of hungry for some noms. So maybe in like 40 minutes or something I will go grab some food. And then I have a meeting. Orals. Are you gonna go have a morning snack too, Forals? I feel like we ran out of music. Either that or my headphone batteries died. One of the two. Maybe I have to restart.
Fruits are the best food.
Oh, there we go. Yes, it's morning for Forals too. Okay, so no display on world load, which is correct. Just the regular.
Hello!
one. She can toggle.
Welcome to Emma's stream. She is my senpai and she's amazing.
Milka! You're too sweet. Hello, sweet love.
No, you.
I think this is the first time you've been on the stream, so welcome. Alright, we can toggle the overlay. That's good. And then...
Follow, subscribe.
Hmm?
I say follow, subscribe for the new viewer.
I think Sweet Love
I need to do something, right?
They are... Thank you, though, Milka. Like, seriously, it's just nice to have another voice here with me. It's just kind of...
I'm here.
It's really nice. I appreciate it. Did I see you? Oh god, I'm running an old version of the build. Lols. Because I forgot to close my client, so I'm like...
Yes, you would replace it
seeing
for
my alter self over there in VRChat.
I take the place to do the water thingy reminder too. And sitting in the voice call. Because you are too much busy, huh? So I can go, hey Emma.
Oh noes.
You know that reference, right?
Yes. Hey Adora.
Yes, hey Emma.
That's amazing. Alright, we're
Yes,
gonna
you
roll
are.
on the on the new build, and everything is working.
No, you
correctly.
infinite card.
And then if I click on the chair, I get my position and gravity info. And then I can't any longer make the gravity higher than 1. And then You know what? Actually, I think I know a better way to change the gravity settings. Rather than doing this weird thing of checking if it is like that, I should probably do it differently. I think I'm just gonna take this if statement out and then put something else in here. After that, we're just gonna do if the gravity is too high, it's greater than 1.0, then we will do local player dot set gravity strength equals 1.0, and that way it will never go. Oh, there. Will never go higher. Wait, did that not work? Do I have time to send? Oopsie. Forgot that is a method and not an attribute, and then of course it's going to want that to be a floating point. Okay, there we go. Bye now. Thank you. The value range for gravity is actually between 0 and 1 is what the slider... Actually, no, I changed it. The slider goes from 0.05 to 1. So those are the ranges. 5% to 100% gravity. Yes, have a wonderful day now. Okay, so now we're going to put one of these underneath this one, but we're going to check that it is, if it is less than 0.05, then we're going to set it to 0.05. Now we don't need this or that. We just can drop all of this back one layer. Alright. 5% steps is what it is on desktop. On VR, it's, I guess, more or less infinitely continuous. As granular as the sliders go, I guess, which I'm not sure. Okay, so if you press plus or equals, set the gravity to be 5% more, and then if it's too high, change it to 1. Otherwise, if you push the minus button, set the gravity strength to 5% less, and then if it's too low, set it to the right amount. Now it's all happening right there. I think that's probably the best way to do it. So then we'll just let this thing compile again and see. Made it between 10%. Too many steps could be annoying for desktop. Actually, that's another thing that we'll try. After we confirm that this build works, there's actually a different method instead of on key down, so that way you can hold it down. I mean, ultimately, we're just trying to make a chill place to hang out in VRChat, Rays of Hope, but this is just a fancy way of making a VRChat world now that you can write code for it, and it's like super fun to actually write code for a VRChat world. That was never a possibility before. It's just really nice that we have Udon and UdonSharp now. I would have never been able to get into like VR game dev, I think, without VRChat making... Well, VRChat in general is the only reason that I started using Unity. And that's all thanks to you, Melka. For real.
I know.
I was too... I didn't know anything. I was so noob.
It's okay. I will remember it forever that I helped to raise a genius of VRChat.
I don't know that I would go that far, but you certainly helped me. Alright, let's check this build and see how it's going. Okay, so I think I press the key now to try and give myself more gravity when I don't have the achievements. It doesn't do anything. And then, by the way, if any of you have a cool idea for stuff to put in this world, let me know. Maybe I should do a quick tour of it now that we are having more people. So now that I've done that, it gives me my position info and my gravity meter. And then if I push
Emma building world.
If I push plus, it goes to only 100, and if I push minus, somehow it still goes. If I push minus when I'm at 0.05, it goes to 10. Why? That's so weird. Like if you, okay, I think I know what's going on. Like VRChat blocks you from setting a gravity too low because they don't want you to have 0 gravity for the players, because that would be all weird. So if I set the gravity, because I'm letting the players set the gravity below 5%, like it's never actually hitting the check here where it's less than 5%. Because if you do this, it sets it to 0, and then like immediately the VRChat will reset it to be 10%, I guess, is apparently what they set it for. So, I think we should do this slightly differently then. Let's do, let's see, float, target gravity equals, I'll just say float target gravity. Can I do that? How do I do that? Do I have to say equals? What's happening here? Oh, it's just never used. But no, that's not the problem. Oh, derp to derp. It needs to be out here. No, it doesn't. It needs to be... I guess we put it in both of these. So we don't want to define it if there's no key down. There we go. Float target gravity. And we can just leave it undefined for now. Put it in here too. How are you doing, sweet love? I guess it is like becoming evening time for you? Are you having a good evening? Hope the weather is nice out there. Alright, so now we've defined a target gravity. So we're going to say, oh yeah, we can just do it this way actually. So our target gravity is that. But on this one, it's going to be minus. Then, before we assign gravity, we're going to check it. And if the target gravity is greater than 1, then we are going to set the target gravity to equal 1.0. I don't think we need to have an F there. No. Oh, no, never mind, we do. Okay. And then down here, below this one, if target gravity is less than 0.05, then target gravity equals 0.05. So now we don't even involve VRChat until we have the exact value that we want. That way VRChat doesn't have a chance to override what we want. And then we no longer have to do anything in here. We just want to set it to our determined target value amount. Alright, let's read through this. You push plus or equals, and then we want to add 5% to the gravity, but if it's too much, we change it to 1, and then we set it. And then here, and take 5% away, but if it's too little, we make it equal to 5%, and then we set it. Okay, that looks correct to me. So let's try actually running it again. Gotta compile.
I wish I would understand what you're doing, but this is like programming a lot.
Oh, you know, like, you can learn this. I can show you. Like, ask me questions if you don't understand something for real. Like,
Maybe next time we will start from the basics. You will teach me the basics like I did like a year ago.
Definitely.
Oh, Forals!
That's only fair. Oh, did Forals come to voice chat?
Yes.
Forals, you're too quiet.
The legends came back.
I need to find you here. Where are you, Forals?
Is that better?
You're still super quiet. I'm gonna right click on.
No. Wait.
Oh, okay.
Enable the
Forals is like, don't overdrive my output. Just let me fix it on my end.
Yeah, let me fix it, you know.
Okay. Alright, well,
better?
while you're doing that, we're gonna run a build. It's still too quiet for us.
Okay, then is your you
There
can
you go,
override.
that's better.
Don't worry.
Well, it sounds better now. You need like, you need to put some kind of compression on your output because you always sound too soft. Like,
But no, I don't want. I don't like to. Like, okay, this is the thing. I'm totally sure that my audio interface told me that I'm clipping when I am actually not clipping for a lot of softwares. You know.
did you like uncheck the option for Discord to automatically like adjust your levels for you or something? Because
Oh,
Discord.
I
usually
had it
just handles
before on select, but most of the time, if I have it unchecked, it is too quiet, and when I enable it, it just press it up. You know, so that's what I did right now. But it seems like it didn't make any kind of change. So.
No, it's better now. I don't know what happened, but it's better.
Oh, because also I increased the gain in my audio interface. You know, but well,
Okay.
thanks. Who knows?
Toggling works. And then let's go get our mindfulness. Alright, here we go. I can't increase more than 1. And
You didn't change this, by the way.
I can't go down below 0.5. Perfect. Oh. Thank you. I remember it every time I go to other windows, except when I go to VRChat for some reason. I'm just too excited to try and see that I forget to switch the scene. But
You know that you can set up actually like automatically changes the scenes if you change between windows.
Really? You can do that?
Yeah, you can do that on OBS. It's a setting.
Huh.
It's like
That would
hotkey, I
be
guess,
really
right?
smart.
No. It does it automatically. Like if you change to a screen, it changes the scenes. Basically.
That sounds like a
Oh,
very like 200 IQ kind of thing to do.
No, actually, it's really simple. Believe me. Like I didn't set up by my own because I'm too lazy. But once you understand it, it's really easy. Believe me. Like a lot of League of Legends streamers does that because the client and the game are different windows. So if
Yeah.
they got hooked up to one, you need to every time change it manually. So most of them has that kind of settings, so it changes automatically every time that they enter to a game, you know, instead of just the lobby.
Oh, that's a smart idea.
Right.
Do I need to put an F on that one? I don't think I... Oh wait, yeah I do. Okay.
F in the chat.
Yeah, F in the chat. Okay, so I guess this is all correct then. But now the question is, there's another thing. Instead of get key down, we can do... Does it just get key? I don't remember. Her sister said there was another one that was like better, maybe. Let's try get key. See if that's the one he was talking about. Because that might mean that it will just automatically keep going. If you press plus or minus, you won't have to like keep clicking it over and over. You can just hold it down. Alright, so we saved that. Let's go do a build. Wait, probably. Oh, it's ready. Build and test. I'm just going to preemptively switch to the VRChat scene, so that way the game will appear when we are there. I should just put like a title in the background in OBS and be like, VRChat is almost here, or something.
Emma, can I ask you something?
Yes?
Black screen.
What is that like spear that is in the world right next to the couches?
Oh, that is a it's like a... Hold on, let me just add this text first and then I'll explain.
I'm totally confused, believe me.
Emma, black screen again.
I know! I'm fixing that right now. Here, let me just show what I'm doing then. Oh, wait, no, VRChat loaded. Okay.
Wait, what?
Hold on. Fire code.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And then color. There we go. We're just gonna put this over here and then put it behind the VRChat window. So that way when VRChat is loading, it will say VRChat is loading. But anyway, I will show you what that is for. Okay. Dun, dun, dun.
Do you keep pressing go to enter to the worlds?
Yeah, is that, can you turn that off now? Because mine just
It was
changed
always like that. like press escape. Go to settings. Like there says like skip go button in low in other options.
I mean, it never used to ask me, and then suddenly it started asking me. And I didn't know there was a setting. Alright, so if I press minus now... Oh, it's too fast. I can change it very quickly by holding down the button, but now it changes 5% per frame. And I think that... that's a lot. That's a lot.
But
okay, let's try changing it to like 1% once.
I have a question. It is per frame, local frames or like tick rate of the server?
Local frames.
So if I have 1 FPS.
That's correct. Then it would be terrible.
Interesting.
See this loop here, this update loop is literally, it runs. By the way, Pinky's birthday is coming. Just in case anyone needs to know. The update loop runs literally every frame. So whatever you put in here better not take very long to run, or your system will run out of memory. Which is why, like, most of the heavy things, like updating the screens, like most of those screen updates are down here. And actually, I will probably move this gravity text screen update. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll put a slightly more fast. I guess. I don't know. We're probably fine. We'll figure that out later. But what we want to do now is try seeing if it will be fine with 1% increments, or if that's still too fast.
Why don't you put it like, I don't know, like VRChat in desktop mode is low to 91 FPS, well 90 basically. So why don't you do it like, I don't know, in every 5 frames it gets updated by pressing the key instead of every frame. So it doesn't go that fast. It's normally it should.
Yeah, you're probably right. And then I don't have to render it as often either then. That's a good idea.
It is not doing a lot of calls, you know.
So what we're gonna do, I don't know, this is probably not like the most efficient way to do this, but this is just how I'm doing it, so we'll do
Your working ball, you can start adding text into your code. Like, this is totally the worst idea.
Oh no, there's some of that. You saw it before, didn't I? Show you some of it? Thought I did. Okay, so let's just call this one short.
I don't know.
Timer.
I don't know what this does, but if you touch it, it's going to break everything.
Right? Okay, so we'll make this one run every 5 frames. So this is how I'm getting things to run at different amounts of frames. You basically just take this, and then
It is nice how it colors.
Yo,
steps.
Demo-san! Hey, dude! Join the voice call, dude!
oh, Dima-san, hi!
Now Keiki
Hi.
will wake up, and then another friend, so you will see like another friend just coming to the stream.
I think
I'm
this
wondering
chat is
why
only
Lucas isn't
available
here.
for Discord mods, though. Why Lucas isn't here? That's a good
Yeah.
question. Is Lucas in
He
the
can't.
Discord?
Yeah, we were talking before.
Lucas
I
is there, but
disconnected
not
him.
watching? I'm so sad. Short tick wait time, then run each short tick wait time. I know that doesn't exist yet.
I pinged them on Discord.
Cool. Lucas is probably gonna be like, your code is terrible, and I'll be like, it's okay, I know. It's still cool for a VR chat. Okay, so...
Oh, wait, so we need to drag a demos into the voice call, Emma.
Yeah, you
Emma?
can
That
do
will
it.
technically work.
Where is him? I don't see him in any voice call, like, he wants to join it.
He's saying in the stream he's enabled. Oh,
Yeah.
well, he's in
I see
Demivo's voice.
Okay, I will drag him in, right? Okay, hey Demos, I drag you in.
Wait, he's server mute.
Oh,
there.
cause... okay.
Hey Demus, what's up, my dude?
We can hear you
I'm
now.
not suppressed. Okay.
Hey,
They
Dima-san.
said I was suppressed for a minute.
Yeah. Run each short, take wait time.
How you guys doing?
Great.
Nice coding.
I'm simping for Emma.
We're doing good. Do you know? It is September, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I thought I was simping before simping was a thing.
We are moving on with that, don't worry.
No, I don't think like you were simping. You more was just like friendly to friends.
That's what she said.
I never saw you simping for anyone, Demus, actually. Maybe for Keiki? Wait, that I'm not sure.
No.
Oh.
No?
I gave mom money. I give mom money.
Hmm?
I give mom money to be recognized for a shout out once in a while.
Hmm.
Ah, you mean to somebody like to say your name and stuff? Oh, dude.
Yeah, that's a simp.
Yes,
You know,
it is.
like
No,
for
simp
me,
is somebody that's giving you more than money. Simp is somebody like who just sit somewhere for you, and it will just go, we love you, and stuff like that.
Hey, Emma, Pink Amina says, don't you have something to do at 6 a.m.?
It's not actually 6, it's 8. So I probably will go, but we have to make this work first. So this needs to be set to, if not local player in VR, then we run this code to check the keys and make those changes. And then we're going to take the renderer out of there and put that down here. Okay, here we go. So they have to be in VR, and then they also have to be having the meditation achievement. So we have to check this too, because if they don't have that, then no point.
Excuse me.
How is your morning going, Dima-san?
I'm off work.
That's helpful.
I got a semi-decent sunrise picture that's been posted into the friends chat since I couldn't find the photos and photo
gosh.
video.
We need to show your sunrise picture. Let me see here. Oh my god. Wow. That's so beautiful.
I try.
Let me see, can I make this full screen? Yeah, so this is Dima-san's sunset from this morning.
If you're showing it on your screen, it's still... Oh, there it is.
It's a little bit of delay. The voice chat here is much faster than the delay on the stream. Yeah, that's Dima-san's sunset right there. He always sends like the best sunsets. Always.
Well, when there is one. In sunrise.
Yes, and sunrise.
I rarely get sunsets.
Alright, let me run through this code and make sure I think it's doing the right thing. So if the local player is not in VR and they have the mindfulness achievement, then update the gravity information screen and also check if they pressed a button and then increase and check if they pressed a button, and then decrease. Alright. Let's try running this and see how it goes. It's probably updating. After this build, though, I should probably go and get ready for my appointment. However,
Appointment for what?
depends on if this works. I haven't, just like a personal appointment thing.
Doctor appointment?
Yeah, basically, yes. Basically, I have a remote therapist appointment. So that's what I'm doing.
You know, I have people. You know, I should probably go see a doctor, you know, because of my wrist.
Why, you feeling good? Or not so?
I just don't go to a doctor because they're expensive.
Oh shit, dude. So you should learn maybe how to heal yourself, like to be doctor for yourself, like to any single topic. Maybe it's the only way.
Okay, here we are.
Oh, there is also online doctors, dude. You can maybe check out them, like online doctors that cost less money, and you can still like use their help. Actually,
I kind of do that healing thing by myself. I don't touch it. I don't mess with it. I just kind of.
you just ignore it until it went gone. Okay, I got
Yeah,
you,
that's
bro.
pretty much what I do. I pretty much just ignore it.
Lol.
I baby it. I get told don't baby it, but you know it's kind of hard not to baby something when it hurts.
Well, it's up to you, you big boy. But you better just take care about, health.
Short takeaway time is gonna have to be 10, because it's still too fast. Alright, we're gonna run another build here.
Live playing a game now.
Okay, have a fun, dude.
Have
I'm
fun,
still gonna say in the
Gamma-san.
chat. I'm just saying where I am, anyways.
Oh, what game are you gonna play?
Okay.
What game are you gonna play, Dima-san?
It's Warzone, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, I think.
Ah. Oh, that's interesting. Unity doesn't show the build process, like the progress bar. For some reason, it just shows only the base window when it's compiling. But that's fine. We'll just go to the VRChat is loading. Actually, I should, in OBS, should put the little loading thing in here. What is it? Hold on, let's switch to that. I think it's on my... I used to have the loading. Guess we have to just add it. Okay, VRChat is... there we go.
So we have a friend joined me on VRChat and just start talking.
No worries. Here we go. Let's put this thing in the loading
Dark Light.
area. Sorry.
I'm not really good with the Warzone part, Dark. I'm just kind of trying this Plunder one because I've never done it before.
Oh no, we're both
Hooray!
talking to
I
our
got a
stream chat
kill.
in the same voice channel.
Let's see. Weapon drop. Weapon drop.
Okay. That looks close enough. Alright. Oh, let's try it out and see if it worked correctly. Or if the volume control, or the volume, if the gravity control is like still too fast. Okay.
Oh shit, I didn't have any. I did have
Wow.
shields. Damn.
It's
Okay.
still too
Oh, I
fast.
lost 18,000. Oof.
I can probably set it to.
I mean, yeah, we can do Plunder then.
Like
but it
1%.
had to be after this game. I'm not sure how long these last.
All right. Let me see here. We just need to change the amount that it updates from 5 to 1, and then hopefully our gravity will adjust by a granular enough amount.
Where? Oh. LMG using bitch. Your squad white. Oh, clearly white. Kinda hard not to be white when you have people.
This. Oh, sorry.
Alright, now we run another build. Yeah, I just forgot to change over to the code really quick, but all I did was change this from 0.05 and this to 0.01, because even when it's running only once every 10 frames, like it's still updating like too quickly. Oh my god, it's still doing it in here. Okay, this should not be there.
Oh, I
It
think
should
Alexis just.
only be down
How did I
here.
get myself in here?
Okay, this build is completely not helpful.
I've done it up to the
To be cancelled. Okay, seeing as how we didn't actually know what it was doing because I forgot to take the old code out, we better just run a build here and get a baseline of
Okay.
where things are at.
Dark, I'll add you as soon as the scan's over.
Yeah, Dimason is in the chat, but Dimason is talking to his chat at the same time
24
that we are
Such-
talking. We have like crossover
Stuck.
stream chat.
Eliminate race.
We need to like merge the Twitch chats or something, so that way we all have the context of what's going on in Dimason's chat.
Nah, you just need to go to get ready to the meeting like in some minutes, I guess. And when you will be ready after sleeping and stuff, you can do a game dev stream again. But like actually you need to get ready for the meeting, right?
Yeah, I do. But really quick,
Right
I want to see here.
Or south.
Ah, there we go. That's actually very reasonable. So it's still...
Yeah.
Oh, it's almost right,
Should've
but if you tap it really quick, sometimes it doesn't detect it because your mouse press was too short, because the on key only detects if the key was actually held at the moment that the code runs. So we need to check if the key was held or if it was pressed since the last update. But I don't know if that checks since the last time we checked it or just since the last frame. So maybe we'll just have to live with you need to hold it down a little bit. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But I think we're gonna have to close things out for now because I do have my appointment. But I have had a blast writing code and improving the VRChat world and just enjoying hanging out in stream again. And it's even more awesome because of the fact that I have you guys on voice chat. So thank you so much. You are amazing.
No, you.
Alright,
Raid
everyone.
someone that you like. I have somebody
Yes,
to
that's
suggest
right.
you to raid, but
Let me see who is
yes.
online here. So,
Oh, that doesn't
there's
destroy that
anyone-
helicopter? Where did it even go?
Alright,
I
I'll
see
take
like two
suggestions from you, because no one that I know like really well is currently... Actually, Hey Falcon, I know, but not very well. Who would you suggest that I raid Milka?
Is Demo Sam streaming?
Oh my god! Why isn't that showing up in my list? It says pick a live channel to raid. But it
Because
doesn't
they suggest
show-
channels with more viewers. So, like, if you have a long list of channels with a lot of viewers, they will first suggest you the big ones. I also had a problem when you just started to stream. To find your channel, I had to do it manually. But if Demo-san is streaming, maybe you can raid him. And if not,
definitely. I just totally spaced on the fact that Demus-san is streaming. Like, I know he's streaming, but then also I don't know he's streaming somehow, if that makes sense. I'm tired.
it's okay. You haven't been sleeping like the whole night.
That's true.
I don't understand how you're keeping up. I try to put you asleep usually, but I saw that you're not going to sleep anyways.
It's okay. It's been fun. It made me stream, so it was worth it.
No matter what I try. You just keeping unicorn style.
Yeah. I will definitely be live streaming more often though. Like, there's been some changes that I think are helping me to kind of get to a place where I'm happier. So, I love you all.
Maybe ask
You're all
Demos if
amazing.
you want to get raid.
I think Demus-san...
I can hear everything you guys say.
He would be objecting if he didn't. Alright, Demus-san. You have a great stream, and everyone go high. Go high. Go.
Yes, we will get high, Emma.
Not go
We'll
get
get
high.
high.
Go high. Like,
Yes.
do the good. Do the good. And go say hi
Oh,
to Demus-san.
don't deploy that.
Okay.
Take care, everyone. Bye for now. See you next
Good night,
time.
Emma. Get some sleep after the meeting.
I will.
Have
Good night,
fun, Emma.
everyone.
Good night.
Okay.